I'd like to now enter into a few question and answer time. I'd like to prepare a few questions I thought people might be interested in asking. One would be, how do we deal with the range of English ability in the classes? Because we have students ranging from native speaker to some Taiwanese students who really struggle with the English language. So for lectures, what we tried to do was have a Chinese recap by Professor Zhang. So i.e. we'd have a 15-minute lecture in English, and then there'd be a 2-minute recap in Chinese of all the key points, so that students would at least understand the key points. And then we would move on to the next point. So it would be like a 15-minute, 2-minute, 15-minute, 2-minute, 15-minute, 2-minute. Now, in the case of the small group discussions, which were taking place, that we used for the second part of the course, when we looked at, we had the four weeks of small group discussions with about 8 students in a group. All the questions and materials that they're discussing are bilingual. And so therefore, students are encouraged to express their ideas in English, but if not possible, we would allow them to express their ideas in Chinese, is also acceptable. This can be a little bit complicated for groups in which there were a few foreign students, as they might have trouble to understand the points being made in Chinese by some of the other students. So this is sort of a tension there. For the final presentations, we allowed students whose English was very poor to look at an English video and then introduce that video in Chinese. So it'd be like a 20-minute English video. Rather than reading a book about Sir Isaac Newton, they would, with like some extracts of different videos about the life of Isaac Newton that we chose and put together. It would take about 20 minutes, and then they were given the assignment of basically introducing it in Chinese, what people were going to see in the video. The student response to this was, a few students were actually very upset with this arrangement. Some students complained that we were catering to those with poor English and thus wasting their time. Since it was supposed to be an English language course, why are we wasting time talking in Chinese? It's that student's fault that they don't speak English, which seems to be a very harsh attitude to take. And a more reasonable one was some foreign students who had complained that they were not able to understand the Chinese. That some of the Taiwanese students using Chinese introduced the English videos. They could not understand the Chinese introduction, and actually a few students actually gave their book presentations in Chinese rather than in English. One group did that, and that was we did not give them permission to do that, but they did it anyways. They still gave their presentation in Chinese, and a number of the foreign students complained that they could not understand the Chinese presentation, so it would not be fair for them to be tested on that part. So those would be basically two questions. Thank you.